1941. The Germans occupy half of Russia. Hitler is on the verge of capturing Moscow. The Wehrmacht's armored tanks move ahead relentlessly. Moscow, November 7th, 1941. The 24th anniversary of the Communists' rise to power. 28,000 soldiers are gathered in front of the Kremlin in the freezing cold. The Soviet leaders have decided that the traditional parade will still take place. This is a direct order from their supreme leader, Stalin, even though the apocalypse is near. Margarita Pogrebetskaya, a young Muscovite girl, declares, "Moscow, my motherland, my love, invincible Moscow. And November 7th is the loveliest day on the calendar. Red, my favorite color. The color of the revolution, the color of the blood shed in its name." From the top of the Lenin Mausoleum, Stalin speaks out. Stalin invokes the glory of Tsarism to mobilize his troops. And he reminds them, in comparing Hitler to Napoleon, one should not forget Napoleon's fate. Hitler cannot imagine such a fate. The Blitzkrieg, or lightning war that should have put Stalin out of commission in just a few weeks, has slowed down. But Nazi Germany still has considerable strength. One last effort, and Moscow will be conquered. Hitler proclaims, "Soldiers of the Eastern Front, the decisive battle begins today. We are about to avert the most terrible threat since the Huns and the Mongols." Moscow holds its breath. Stalin refuses to leave the city. He requisitions part of the population to dig anti-tank trenches. Arrests are multiplied, often targeting Soviets of German origin or the Spartak Moscow star football player, suspected of having said, "The Germans will take the city. It's the end of Bolshevism." Albina Gantimirova reports, "We collected money for the army. Women came to donate their wedding bands. In Berlin, the German women donate their fur coats." A relentless enemy descends upon the soldiers on the Moscow front. The cold, exceptional temperatures, hitting minus 35 degrees Celsius, crack the tank's steel, harden the tires, freeze the weapon's lubricants, and kill the horses. December 5th, 1941. Stalin and General Zhukov, with his high command, the Stavka, secretly organize a powerful counteroffensive to liberate Moscow. 1 million Soviet soldiers begin to march. Albina Gantimirova, now a senior sergeant, recounts. Order 227 says not one step back. If you take that step, you'll be executed. Policemen walk behind us and shoot whoever steps backwards. Stalin jokes with his macabre sense of humor. In our army, it's more dangerous to move backwards than forwards. Stretcher bearer Nadezhda Anisimova tells, "Dying, I'm not afraid of dying, probably because I'm young. Death is always close by. Whenever I see a fallen soldier, the others yell out to me, 'Don't go, you'll get yourself killed.' I crawl over to the person, but I bring him back alive. The commander wants to punish me for disobeying, but his second in command wants to decorate me. At 19, I have a medal for bravery and gray hair. I am sent home. I have 2 perforated lungs and a bullet in the spinal cord. I am paralyzed. My mother and sister tell me they had received notification of my death. On the front, other women suffer, yet they continue to fight. The Battle of Moscow is in full swing when suddenly, Stalin receives an important piece of news. On December 7th, 1941, Pearl Harbor, the American naval base in the Pacific, is attacked by Japan, Germany's ally. Franklin Roosevelt, President of the United States, announces that his country is entering the war.
The American people in their righteous might will win through to absolute victory.
Stalin has a new ally. Christmas 1941. Moscow is saved, but the cost is high, 300,000 dead. Stalin broadcasts this image of a woman genuflecting to show that God is no longer outlawed. To the Soviets, Stalin has succeeded in pushing Hitler back 200 kilometers. But the Führer doesn't feel defeated. The Germans are blocked by the Red Army in the north and center of the Soviet Union, but Hitler is preparing a new offensive on the southern front for springtime of the following year. The target of this offensive is Baku's oil. June 28, 1942, the Germans advance at an alarming speed, 300 kilometers in just 1 month. This is Russia's Black Summer. July 23, 1942. Hitler worries his high command with a new project, one that will divide German forces. Hitler orders General Paulus, who organized the attack on the Soviet Union, to move on Stalingrad. This objective is both strategic and symbolic. The city bears Stalin's name. The Germans can then hit Moscow from behind. German tanks move dangerously close to Stalingrad.